Right, so I'm just going to cover some points on the hydraulic installation, the water installation. So basically, normally, on the top of the cylinder, you just have a little return piece and that's the existing pipework. So we're just going to add this bit. Very simple. So I'll show you that, we'll come back to that. That's called the Bunsen flange, but basically we're just going to come here, so the water's going to come up out of the cylinder. We're going to put a lever valve in here, and we're going to put a Y filter in line there, and then we're going to go into the water in. So that's the water coming out of the cylinder and into the Bunsen unit to be heated up. Then when it's heated up, it comes back out of here. Again, a lever valve on there, and then we're just going to come down and tap in again to the existing pipework. So we're only putting these two short sections in, simple as that, lever valves and a Y filter. There'll be a non-return valve in the system anyway, just double check there is one there, but in this case we've already got a non-return valve installed here. So we also then just have this little bit. So the purpose of this is first of all to make sure that we're not sucking air from the top of the cylinder where it's hot anyway, and there's also normally quite often a bit of air. We want to avoid that. So what we're going to do is we're going to use, just like the York flange or the Sussex flange, we're just going to use this to extend. So it's flared. You're going to extend this pipe, work out to about 3/4 of the way down the cylinder, 400 mil off the bottom. So just work out your length of that, and we want to see a photograph of that once you've installed it so we can prove that you've put it down to a nice deep length. Okay, so that's to suck the water from lower down, bring the cold water out. And then basically, instead of the water going off on a T, on an L bracket, we're going to introduce this T, and it's going to go off as the first return in the T. And this pipe's going to continue through. So I'll show you how you do that. We've got a brass block, it's got fat end, thin end. The thin end goes on there, and you need to attach that, braze that onto that piece there. Okay, then we take the T piece. All of these are provided, they're just compression fittings. That's going to go through like that, and again on a compression fitting that's going to fit in there, and this is what's going to go down and into the cylinder, as you can see here. And then the L piece we're going to use up here. So that's it. Okay, so that's going to sit in there, and the whole point is that we're sucking water which goes through the back of that pipe and through the block. Nothing else can go through it, and the normal water is just coming out to feed the property, just like that. So we're just introducing that bit, and that is the hydraulic installation.